here. Going Towers of for our first entity.
All right.
How you doing today, Mr. Munkus?
I am doing.
All I left. Are you in game? Oh, there you go.
I just re-hit Masters today.
Nice. See, I specifically tilted out of Masters yesterday in order to be able to play with my team because Blizzard doesn't want Master players to have friends.
Well, what they want you to do is to get on alt.
Yeah, gonna make a
Smurf. I don't know anything about these two teams.
Neither do I. I haven't watched a whole lot of Div B yet.
Div B used to be where we were.
Yeah, once upon a time.
Well, we got promoted out this season.
Be Arion Dole. Actually, the already seen that happened. Yeah, we have Demonic Entity Within on the left side. So the three members that have D, W, and any dancers. I believe that.
We're not live yet, are we?
Yeah, we are. I don't. There's nothing professional about it. I just like, oh well.
Okay.
Thing. Oh yeah.
Demonic Entities on
Yeah,
the
this
left,
is.
and Tiny Dances is on the right.
Yeah, Tiny Dancers is technically fourth in division now, and then Demonic is sixth. So these are pretty close in bracket.
Yeah, it's still pretty early in the season, so things can go either way.
Oh yeah, I mean, dominated the game and then got dominated in our own division. Really, we're really just tossing it up there. In what way it decides to go.
Yeah, likewise, we got dominated in one series because we kind of went lax in game one and through the game.
Lost momentum.
No, like we were winning the entire game, and then we had two really dumb fights.
That's how it always happens. Like, you're like, man, that game we should have definitely won. Game of Hots, I guess. Hit level 20. Oh, wow, look at you. Way faster than I am.
Oh, I already, yeah, I had it in my what you call it, copy paste thing.
Yes. You know, I spent like
Clipboard. That's the word I'm looking for. Clipboard.
I spent like the last hour and a half like getting ready, and then I just had a lot of things happen, and then I didn't do them for the last like.
Happens. Happens to the best of us.
Alright,
Towers of Doom.
All right, game
Um,
one.
this is. I feel like I haven't seen Towers of Doom first game in a long time. Usually you third game, like, install it.
Well, Towers of Doom, like it's unique among the maps, but also because of the core point system. But I feel like it's super straightforward. Like you take over bottom lane and you win the game. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's all about having the stronger 5-man or 4-man, pretty much.
Yeah. This is sort of the map where like double soaking is like the most important, like among all the maps, because it's so easy to do, and that bottom lane is just so super important.
Yeah. Do you think we see Deathwing at all today?
No, he's going to be banned. He's like if the demonic entity within him doesn't ban him, they don't respect him
Yeah.
because he is super overpowered right now. And if you are a second pick, you have to ban Deathwing, or you will.
Oh, here we go. That's a second pick. Pretty like I would as of right now. Oh, and they don't even opt to take
Oh
him. Okay.
God!
Well,
Snap pick Alarak showing me up.
Div B is
Like
telling us how their meta goes. I mean, yeah, I think yeah, Deathwing's super strong. I mean, and I feel like he forces people to play counters for him, but if those aren't comfortable picks and you don't make a good enough comp that works together with all those counter picks, are we? Ow, okay. Are we not going to see Deathwing
okay,
at
is
all
he
today?
really gonna go this far? Like, okay, let me put it this way. I have never been in a draft game where Deathwing has lost.
I
He is
actually just lost with him on a Sky Temple match. So he was the first. I've like, hey, Moist Venus, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, I just lost my first game with him in Storm League out of like 5. And it was depressing,
oh
but
my.
it made me like, oh, okay, he can be beat.
Do they have like a pact to not pick Deathwing? Like,
Do they think it's still
I,
banned?
I,
I mean, I don't want to tell them.
like,
Because
like I don't want to be that guy to say, look, guys, you really want to pick Deathwing, but guys, you really want to pick Deathwing. Like, okay, these are okay. Let's go into actual comp analysis here, so that we're not just complaining about Deathwing and the lack thereof. Alarak, Garrosh, Lucio. Those are really good picks. You can isolate somebody with Garrosh. You can further pull them back with Alarak. Lucio helps make up for Garrosh's fact that he doesn't have a great engage. So that right there is really good team synergy. You got ways to blow people up. Garrosh is the lockdown tank. Lucio really helps to make up for his weaknesses.
yeah,
Meanwhile, Li Ming and Uberak are heavy into the dive and can easily blow somebody up, especially if they have really good follow-up tank healers like Tyrande or Anduin or Malfurion.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I mean, so far it looks like Tiny Dancers. Like they're looking to catch people on rotations and get the early picks to snowball. While, I mean, so far demonic entity. I mean, Li Ming and Nubrak. I mean, they're looking to isolate one person and have a lot of follow-up damage coming forth.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, you're gonna have a Nubrak stun into Stukov silence while Li Ming's firing away. Um, I mean, both comps
And
look pretty good right now. I don't see a clear advantage yet. Be just if Garrosh and Alric get the picks early.
yeah, the Blaze is finding the off lane. Well, I guess we're not going to see Deathwing tonight at all, or at least in this game.
Oh wow. I mean, yeah, these are two fairly standard comps. I mean, yeah, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
I don't see a clear advantage here though, other than like if they let Garrosh and Alaric run away with the early picks, like catching people on
yeah.
rotations between bottom and mid.
Well, looking at the comp, I think that Tiny Dancers has the better comp, simply because if they execute it correctly, they should win.
I agree.
If they isolate a single person, like Vala and Li Ming are super squishy, and with Greymane Alarak, that is so much, blow up potential right there.
Yeah, and if Anubrak's not careful, if he goes in just a little bit too early before like Blaze or somebody's able to get there as well. I mean, Anubrak's the squishiest tank in the game. I mean, he can just get one shot,
Well,
especially by Alarak Greymane with a
yeah,
Garrosh stun.
the thing I'm going to be looking out for, does Anubrak E in? Because if he E's in at all, he's dead. He's just dead.
Yeah, if he doesn't E in with Blaze right beside him coming in on the stun. But let's go ahead and introduce these. I'll take blue side if you want to take red side here. We have Karama on the Blaze, BG on Anubrak. We have I can't see here. Arundel on the Vala, Haze on Stukov, and Pizzo on the Li Ming.
For Tiny Dancers, we have Feldroth on Alarak, AG Silver on Garrosh, Materium on Greymane, Little on Lucio, and Elijah on Leoric. Oh, we have a Q build Greymane, something that I haven't seen in a year.
Well, he did just get buffed, so
The Q build did get buffed, but I didn't feel like it was enough to swap over. We'll see how he does tonight.
yeah.
Interesting Caltrops picked up by Val. Not usually the level 1 pick there.
Yeah, I guess it's the go-to like level 1 for auto attack build right now, though. I suppose.
No. You go the move speed and the mana recovery.
Think so?
Absolutely. It makes you able to avoid things like Garrosh at 10 stacks, and it gives you a lot more sustain.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess, but you don't think the cooldown reduction on E allows you to avoid those things as well? I guess you don't have to sustain.
Yeah, that's. But if you're the E, I feel like against like Garrosh, it's not going to save you if you get caught.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to touch you one time, like Demonic Entity's gonna go for their camp first here, while Tiny Dancers clears up the mid lane, just stays in their 4-man rotation.
And body check taken by Garrosh, that's another. It's not a bad talent by any means, but it's just not the one that you usually see. Oh, potentially big blow up here.
Vala is able to just get away. That was almost her life, though.
They're doing a good job so far of protecting their backline from Garrosh.
Yeah, they're not trying to fight, and that's what they need to be. They don't need to be fighting right now, really.
Right. And right now, Tiny Dancers, they're waiting to hit level 4 because that's when their quests will activate and they can really start getting something out of these clashes. That's when you get Show Force for Alarak, and I believe that's when Greymane gets his Q quest.
Yeah.
And then maybe
Show
it's
Force. No, Q quest is at 7. Greymane. The rotations are a little bit mixed up here for. They've fallen out of their rotation for Demonic Entity at the moment, while Tiny Dancers are doing a great job staying as 4.
And the walls are down for both teams in the bottom lane.
we see one team fight for both top ones, or if they're just gonna trade top and fight mid.
A whiff throw right there from Garrosh. Saw him try to check somebody.
Comes the trade top lane.
Mm-hmm.
Nubarek has to E away, didn't want to get thrown just yet.
And these teams have pretty similar early game potential, except for the fact that Lucio is rather weak in the early game.
There's a huge blaze stun on the back line there. Looks like Garrosh is getting low. Leoric's taking a lot of damage. Vala's just putting in that work right now. And Demonic Entity is looking to push him off here. Take the point.
Yeah, and that's kind of to be expected from the early game. If Tiny Dancers doesn't get an immediate pick, they don't have the sustain yet to match Stukov in those long fights.
Yeah, and it was very smart of them to just get out without losing.
Yeah, you don't want to fall for the sunk cost fallacy. Like you need to get out when the going's good. Oh, and this is a dead Nubarek.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Just playing it patiently and looking for the right picks.
And now they will be taking their reward, which is the pumpkin camp.
Mean gonna send some help along the way over the wall. Garrosh just barely missing Vala there, grabbing him instead. Now we're just gonna be right back into double rotations here, while Tiny Dancers tries to look for a pick.
That should be almost both towers down, but
yeah, 1.5 gone right now. They look to find the Vala. Greymane's charging in, able to get away though.
Yeah, that post 10, that's a dead Vala.
Oh yeah.
We go for the throat. Yeah.
And go for the throat did just get buffed too.
The upgrade did, but the upgrade is banned.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is right now, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
That is a bug I found out, much to my chagrin, in a quick match game where I suddenly got absolutely deleted by Greymane.
Ooh, looking for the.
I was like, I think that Greymane barked twice at me.
Ooh.
Big silence, big stun, huge lockdown coming. Everybody is low on Tiny Dancers. They're gonna have to back out a little bit here.
Yeah, these Stukov silences are really great following up into the blaze stun. They're doing a great job. They've taken their reward and looks like they're gonna try to turn around and focus on Leoric here. They will find him. Great job by Demonic.
Yeah, it was a very good job locking it down, and that is auto attack build on Vala. Yeah, it's just, these early fights are just going to keep going in Demonic Entity's way, unless a pickoff happens for Tiny Dancers like that.
Yeah, it seems like every time Tiny Dancers loses a objective, they find a pick right after. Kind of their trade-off right now. I mean.
Yeah.
This is still anybody's game until well past level 10, so we'll have to see what happens once ults start coming online here.
Very true. Yeah, this is the comeback map. It's not out. You're never out until your core is completely gone at 0. I have seen so many comebacks with 1 HP cores.
Like top camps being stolen away from Greymane, even though he put in all that hard work on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they suddenly put. Oh, that is a dead Nubarek.
Yeah.
I don't know why they swapped Leoric down to bottom. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but maybe. I mean, I don't know actually.
Oh, and Cursed Bullet on Greymane. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that it is. I mean. I feel like a Nubarek's already squishy enough, but maybe for Blaze too.
Yeah.
Maybe they're looking for.
I feel like Blaze is the only way it gets like a lot of value because Li Ming and Vala are 2 of the squishiest backline targets in the game.
Yeah, you would think you'd want that go for the throat to finish those off real quick. Lucio got cocooned here. Blaze coming in with the combustion though. Alaric almost finds the Vala though.
Yeah, Vala has 1900 or 2000 HP now, and like go for the throat deals like 700.
Pretty big entomb there, almost finding the Blaze. They just don't have. They're not able to finish these kills off right now, and that's where you would really love to see this go through the throat happen. One of those targets,
Yeah.
Blaze or Vala, would have been dead had we had that on.
Both of them would have probably been dead because of the chain.
Yeah. Oh, big silence and stun following up, but Blaze falls for it. Greymaine's trying to even the score up a little bit. Ming's found, but gets a reset. But she dies anyways.
Let's see. And she did go dominance. Yeah, if she had gotten another kill there, then that Li Ming would have run roughshot all over Tiny Dancers.
Greymane gives up on the chase. They take both objectives. Tiny Dancers did. And I guess they did a great job not giving up early enough leads XP wise so just get to 10 and win these fights. Fight looked like it could go either way at any point though, but
yeah, they were both incredibly low. The key things here, Lucio has hit level 10, so he has a decent chunk of sustain with his sound barrier. And Alarak has not died yet and has collected a decent amount of stacks, so he's at 125 sadism out of a possible 130 with his current build.
he's real scary right now. I mean, he almost one-shot that entire Vala by himself, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
The Cursed Bullet upgrade. It's so upsetting that it doesn't pierce anymore.
Yeah, it's
Right
big
here, they
fight
found the
happening.
Vala.
Taunted Vala.
Oh,
And it's away with 300. Oh my god.
Stukov and Vala are right there to just be chomped right now with Go for the Throat.
Yeah, they were both dead.
Cursed Bullet
100%.
did not help get either of those two people that low. That is upsetting. Bro. But Tiny Dancers is gonna find their bottom keep, which is what you want on this map. Blaze is coming in though, looking to make a statement here. Cursed Bullet on Blaze though, finds him. He's getting real low. Greymane not able to find the kill just yet. Combustion comes out, but a huge entomb. Ming's though looking for the resets.
Demonic entity within needs to watch out because they're about to be fighting in between two enemy towers.
Yeah, they have nowhere to run right now, but they don't seem to. They need to run right now. They were able to take 2 kills off of that Blaze pick still.
They were very ballsy move by Alarak. He took right of Rex Shear.
Ooh. I mean,
right of Rex Shear. You have to get kills and land your Qs, but it stacks infinitely.
Yeah. You take it when you expect it to be a bloody game, but ooh, they do find the Stukov there, but Blaze finds a huge stun, and there's all of that sadism gone. What an amazing stun by Kurama there, and just great follow-up by that Li Ming. And they're going to take both towers here for themselves. Look to reclaim
It's only 6 shots.
Yeah.
Because they're missing that bottom tower, they missed 2 shots there, so it's not as bad as it could be. It's 24-22 game, still anybody's game. And even though Alarak has lost off his sadism, they just need to hit 16. Lucio gets his major power spike, and they're in business.
Yeah.
Oh, Leorc is gone. Leorc is gone. Auto attack build.
Ooh, he is. We're gonna see some Mithril Mace action. I'm okay with that.
Very spicy talent choice.
I think it's been real unfortunate not Leoric has gotten a couple really good entombs, but they just haven't had anything to follow up with it because their damage was focused elsewhere and having their own issues to deal with, I feel like. But I mean, a level 20 Leoric entomb just wins the game a lot of the time, so Montkit still needs to watch out for that, even though they haven't been that successful yet.
Even if you land a God Entomb because of the way it works, Alarak has to be in the right position to be able to follow it up.
Yeah.
Like if Alarak is to the side or behind them, that's great. But if he's behind Leoric, it's gonna be hard for him to follow up.
Ooh, Greymane or not Greymane, sorry, Garrosh took an insane amount of burst there. And Li Ming is putting in a lot of work. That was it Mirror Ball? Yeah. The Mirror Ball.
Yep. Tiny Dancers managed to get the camp. That's about as well as you could have hoped. That's a cocoon down for another 60 seconds, and right now 16s are up for both teams.
Yeah, here we are. First bullet comes out on the blaze. Stukov gets found. That's a dead Stukov. And
Yep.
big combustion here though, but no healer to follow up.
Sound
They
wave
have to leave. Li Ming looking to just clean it up though. He wants it.
All she needs is one kill.
Yeah, Nubrek's finally here now, ahead of the Leoric. They can try and pull the trigger here, or just delay and wait for Stukov to get back up.
I'm looking to see if that Rite of Rakshir comes out on anybody.
Yeah, oh, Entomb on Blaze though, really not gonna, nobody to follow it up though.
Curse bullet just comes out on Blaze.
Ooh, Blaze though, barely gets out.
Gets away with 300 HP.
Li Ming is still just putting on a lot of pressure here. Looks like we're gonna see a disperse or team fight. Tiny Dancers took that objective, I believe.
Yep, 18 to 20 at this point. It is super close game right now.
Very close. Death Ball happening right now. Taunt and the Nubrek's gone.
Yep. I'm looking here at the okay, let's see here. That is Gloom picked up by Vala. Very smart against all that spell damage. Manticore, pretty standard pickups here for an auto attack.
Got Universal Carrier coming out versus the Stun Heal, which I feel like.
Oh yeah.
To a Garrosh, I feel like it might have helped burst heal those targets thrown and tossed, but maybe he just wants a more consistent healing here for the longer fights. These fights have been pretty long. They haven't been ending as fast as Tiny Dancer wants them to. Tiny Dancer's going to take bot for it again.
Right
though.
Into the fray, saving that Alarak from some dangerous stuff.
Yeah, he's back up to 112. He doesn't want to have to restart again, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I do agree, Jordo, not taking the damage reduction is weird on Leoric, but I'm a fan of oddball builds, so if it works out, I'll be happy to see it. Ooh. Garrosh found himself in a real uncomfortable position there, and so is Leoric right now. Be 2 hits before objective.
Yeah, they got the camp, but lost the Garrosh, and
they're not going to get the objective here. They're going to focus on the Leoric, not try to push past him. Dukov almost.
I think that's a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, I mean,
that's 5 shots.
Still only 15 to 18, but you hate to lose it when you were still in a position to take it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you were ahead and now you're behind.
Is gonna spread out to try and take more control of the map, while Onagenti is gonna invade their camp bot side, look possibly for their own bottom fort push here.
Oh yeah, that could be pretty big.
Yeah, are we gonna see a bot for top trade here, or are they gonna respond to Tiny Dancers? They're gonna choose to respond. And, I mean, this is a great response. They're so close to 20 here. Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, right now, actually, Tiny Dancers, okay. They wanted the fight until just a second ago.
Yeah.
They wanted to fight before they hit 20.
Yep. And here we are, 20s. And we got rewind for a Nubarak. We got the combustion upgrade. We got Rancor wipe upgrade, and we went elements.
Rancor. Now that is a ballsy pick. Going for Rancor instead of the extra auto attack range, that is.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't. I mean, Vala's had a pretty much great positioning this entire match so far. She's honestly not been the one getting threatened or picked. It's been Blaze and Anubarak who are getting handled here so far on their side. So
yeah, she hasn't died yet, but it's still very Very risky.
Tiny Dancer's going to give a bot
Okay,
fort
so
and objective here.
yeah, demonic entity takes the bottom fort.
And
If
they
I
have the
was
top
Tiny
fort too.
Dancers, I almost would have let that fort go over to Tiny Dancers during that last push, so that you could already be making progress and getting it back.
Yeah. Yeah, Demonic Entity has finally found the control. They really haven't had much map control this entire game, but now they're really landed on thick. But 20s are up. We got
Well,
Curse Bullet upgrade. We got Toss upgrade. Deadly Charge comes in. Stukov is in a rough place. Huge tomb. But Demonic Entity is just going to turn it around with all of their CC. Just on the front line here.
that's 3 dead. That's 4 dead.
That's 5.
That might be game right there.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, that's a boss. That's 6 towers. That might be it. 50 seconds of
Yeah,
just.
that you got 40 seconds of 6 towers plus boss. That's game.
Yeah, that Li Ming put in so much work. Mega Muffin's saying the Vala is insane, but Li Ming is literally almost quadrupled her damage this match. That Li Ming put in so much work this match for the side of Demonic Entity.
Oh no, they're very close in damage. 20,000 apart.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Stukov. I'm so bad. I can't read. Yeah, 20,000 apart. You're right. Take that back. Vala is insane. Vala has had a great positioning this entire game, though. She's gotten tossed a couple times, but was able to escape. And they just once all of the burst came out from the side of Tiny Dancers, the amount of CC and just silence from the side of Demonic Entity just controlled the rest of the fight afterwards.
Yeah. Not to hammer a point home, but she was dead if with Go for the Throat. She was just dead to rights with Go for
Oh
the
yeah,
Throat.
there was so many kills there with Go for the Throat was there. I mean, those fights wouldn't have lasted as long, and the long fights definitely were more advantageous for the side of Demonic Entity there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a pretty good game one. I mean, it was close right up until the very
Right up
end
until
almost.
it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right up until Demonic Entity had the map set up in their advantage, and then they got an ace and went home.
Yeah, the way it seemed like to me is that Tiny Dancers won basically all of the rotation throughout the game up until the very end. They got their pickoffs and they leveraged that pretty well. But it seemed anytime they had a full team fight, that's when Demonic Entity took the advantage and just they would get one kill and it would just snowball. But that's kind of what Li Mings tend to do. You get one kill and then snowball.
Tiny Dance want to take next. Tiny Dancers wants map pick, and they pick Sky Temple. We're gonna go to a macro map here, and Tiny Dancers had the better macro that game, so at least for the early game. So I guess we're gonna see if they use that to their advantage.
And I mean, if we didn't see Deathwing last game, I don't think we're going to see him this game.
Yeah. Imagine Jordan Max says, imagine if Li Ming had her damage reduced by the New York. That would have been incredible.
Oh, yeah. Hindsight is 2020 and all, but oh man, just if New York had gone that the spectral, not the spectral leech, but the wraith form build, but yeah, 50% less Li Ming and Vala damage. Whew.
Right. Posting the whole lobby link there. Yeah, I mean, I'd
Not
have
sure
to.
if that's hindsight playing Leo into Battle Main. Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you have to just look back upon your actions and think, where did I go wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder. I wonder if either of these people know that Deathwing's unbanned because I mean, I would love to see it come out. Right, I haven't gotten cast a game with Deathwing in it yet, and I think that'd be really exciting to see what builds people to try to go because I love Flame Breath build. It's what I've played every time I play them.
You and me both, man. We're two guys against the world with the Q build.
I don't like his melee form abilities. I don't. I like the big AOE, like the stun. I like the two lines of stun.
Oh no,
I like to play him
I
backline.
use Q build in his melee form.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. I mean, who doesn't love just breathing on people? Once you get the where it reduces the amount of energy it takes, and then you get the where they explode after they take 600, and
yeah,
you are able to start above 75% energy, and they just melt. Ah, feels great.
it really does. And so many people just will throw themselves into the fire to try to win some kind of point. It's like you can't do that. I'm
Yeah,
definitely.
Tychuses and stuff will just try to stand in it because just try and out DPS you. As long as your team's around, they just
Based on last game, I don't think either team is comfortable on Deathwing. Well, I think that every team should have somebody who is comfortable on Deathwing. That is like one of those mandatory things. Get somebody who's comfortable on Deathwing. Just find somebody.
yeah. And I mean, I think that honestly, right now, I mean, this is kind of almost the way it is when any new hero comes out, but especially right now, this is the time where it's really in your favor to always opt to take first pick because you're forcing the other team to always just either lose a ban or give you the very strong hero. So
Yeah.
right now, like Tiny Dancers took map pick here, so demonic entity is in a position like they should have. Tiny Dancers should lose a ban, and demonic entity should have the threat of taking the Deathwing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's an incredible flex to not pick Deathwing in the number one spot, but if they're not comfortable on Deathwing, I guess it's better just to stick with your comfort levels.
Yeah.
You know.
What division you're in? Are you in Div A this season?
Yeah, we're in Div A this season.
What team?
Beast Coast. I am the captain
Okay.
for Beast Coast.
He's can't wait to play you guys eventually.
Looking forward to it.
What does the baby want? Baby wants action. Right, we're ready. Head into this Sky Temple match. Think are we gonna see either one of these teams try to play a macro heavy, or you think they're both just gonna try to pick some sort of team fight comps?
Well, since we're just throwing Deathwing at the window like so much trash, what I want to see is one team pick Sylvanas, pick a double soaker, and then push down bot like it was their job.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see the classic Anubarak, Zarya, Greymane, Sylvanas, or something like either Greymane or Sylvanas, and just see people force the 4v4 in the bot lane or the top lane. I think would you opt to do it top lane on this map since the camps are on the bottom side. So yeah, I guess
Okay.
you just go whatever side your camps up on. Push with your camps.
Well, you go top to start out. If you want to go the long game, you go top because that's where your bruiser is, and that's the first camp that you're going to be taking. After you take top, then you take bottom, and you take whatever towers you can. If you want to win the game super fast, you just go pod.
Right.
So yes, technically you go top first because of bruiser camp.
All I remember, we don't play Sky Temple a whole lot on my team, but My very first game in NGS was a 7-minute win on Sky Temple, and it just suddenly, for some reason, around 6 minutes turned into a base race top first bot, and it just I had a Zul'jin, and they kept me low health the whole way through, and we just won the race. It was really awkward to be the very first like competitive match I played.
Mega Muffin can correct me on this, but I think that our record is on Sky Temple, and it was like a 5-minute, 30-second map, if that.
That. Dang it. Fortunate.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And again, no Deathwing ban. And okay, the Kel'Thuzad, somebody has to have a Kel'Thuzad, because that's been banned both times. Like, somebody has to have a pocket Kel'Thuzad. Deathwing!
Wow, yes, about time. Maybe somebody was watching the stream and told them like, hey guys, he's unbanned. Y'all should take him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they just didn't seem that. I mean, Towers of Doom is probably not one of his best maps. I don't know. I mean, if you're going Q build, I mean, there's a lot of tight corridors. I would love to play Deathwing on Towers. I think his best maps like
Deathwing's amazing on Towers because you never run out of buildings to take.
That's also true. If you take that level 10 upgrade for sure. I mean, Fear's really good too, so I wouldn't hate on anybody taking Fear.
Yeah. Okay, people think Leoric Greymane counter Deathwing. They don't really. You think that they do? Don't.
I mean, I think Malthael is one of his best. Now, Deathwing can't lane against Leoric, but you just have to stand behind your towers and just soak your XP and wait for the team fight. And then Curse Bullet's great, but I mean,
but you gotta land it on the Deathwing, and a good Deathwing is gonna hold out for that. But I don't like Deathwing in the offlane. Deathwing is
I don't either.
Much better with the 4-man, I feel.
Oh yeah, his best maps I think are maps where you can get to a push with objectives. I think Infernal Shrines. I think Alterac Pass is one of his best maps. Maps where your objective is something that pushes and you get to push with it. He's just so strong at the siege with the 4-man.
Yeah, his best maps are Cursed Hollow and Tomb of the Spider Queen, because on both of those maps you can get like 4 Cataclysms in a row.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, I played a match against Trickslayer yesterday on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and I ulted 5 times in a row during our final push, and it was just great. It felt fantastic.
I mean, what do you do against that? It's like Cataclysm. That's just, it's so much fire on the ground. You just can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Yeah. Everybody thinks they're good at standing out of the fire, but nobody is. Everybody loves it.
And it will be a Deathwing in the offlane because Jimmy does not offlane, and neither does Li Ming.
I mean, they can throw. You could throw a Jimmy in there. I mean, he's just like not as bad. Like a Phoenix or something like you would see in offlane sometimes. So they could, but I think Jimmy would probably want to be with 4-man.
You could throw Jimmy in there, and you'd be throwing him to the wolves. I feel.
Yeah, if it's not. Mephisto is very painful on Deathwing though. After like level 16, Deathwing's a huge target that just takes all of the lightning, and he just gets, especially if you get it's just giving him like unlimited cooldowns, because you're gonna take the entire lightning to the face, and then his cooldown's gonna be right back up. You can get the reset on your E to go right back in if you take that at level 4, 7.
7. Okay, I don't like the level 7. If I'm taking that talent, I'm not taking it for the reset, because you can actually just get the reset easier through other means. Like, if you take Shard of Hate at 13, then it's much easier just to get your E reset from cooldown reduction than from hitting people. Hitting people with abilities 20 times is actually super hard on Mephisto.
Oh yeah. But on Deathwing, it's easy. So, I don't know. I'll be interested to see if he goes lightning build here. But
I want to see if he sticks to the standard Q, or if he goes my favorite, the W build.
So demonic entity we have here, we have Karama on the Mal'Ganis, Haze on Anduin, Arendelle on Raynor, Pizzo on Li Ming again, and Luigi on the Deathwing.
And we have Feldroth on Mephisto, AG Silver on Arthas, Little Alucio Materium on Greymane, and Elijah on Leoric. And actually, it is Spell Power build, which that used to be the build I went with Spell Power build.
Yeah, I used to love going Spell Power with his what's that ult called? The one that hits everyone. That was my fun build.
Consume Souls.
Yes, but Durance is so strong. It's hard for me not to choose it now in competitive settings.
Durance is super strong, but here's the thing. I actually had somebody do the math for me. I didn't do the math because I don't like math. I had somebody do the math for me. W build does like way more damage than E build on the W. All you have to do is hit people like I think 7 times with your W, and then it equals more damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think E build. I mean, they're not. Neither are super bad, I suppose. I guess we just see how he plays it. But we are going to see Raynor in the offlane to bully out this Leoric for sure. Greymane's already starting up bruisers.
The thing about E build and W build, they play exactly the same. The big difference is that E build lets you take Consume Souls if you want to. And really, it's the only build where you really can justify taking Consume Souls. Because they both want to E in and then W. But the thing that I think really gives W build the edge is the insane amount of push that it gives you. Like, it's something that Mephisto sucks at. He sucks at PvE damage, but then you take W build and suddenly you're just doing all the damage to PvE targets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
Oh, and I just now noticed that Raynor is in the offlane.
Yeah, Raynor's going to be used to bully out that Leoric. Probably keep him in lane from double soaking. And we're going to see the siege with the siege camps here in the bottom lane with Deathwing. And Deathwing took Draconic Might, which is the one that gives him a invuln on losing a plating, but that does not prevent any damage from Curse Bullet. Curse Bullet's damage is instant, and it will do the damage instantly and then give him an invuln. So it looks like they've brought Leoric down here to follow the match the Deathwing and put Greymane up in top lane with Raynor here. I'm okay with that call.
I mean, I still like Draconic Might, even with the fact that it doesn't counter Cursed Bullet, because it's the only way that you can survive some situations.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would still take it. I take it especially into like Tychus, somebody who has like a consistent burst where you can mitigate like half of the damage with that short invuln period, but it will not help with the Cursed Bullet initially.
Oh no. And Mephisto is fighting it out here with Deathwing, doing a decent amount of damage to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's just getting instant cooldown resets, and just now Deathwing gonna have to stay in air for a long time and not be able to join his team if he wants to wait to be any sort of healthy.
Well, all they have to do is hit level 7, and he takes Skyfall, and now he can heal off of dropping some meteors on the enemy team.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot, but it definitely helps.
Yeah, I mean, an extra 3% per shot it ends up being a decent chunk.
Yeah, I mean, you can shoot as many shots as you feel you need to, you know. But Demonic Entity Within's going to control this top point, and I believe they traded. No, they took both points. They took both first shrines. Deathwing ultimate coming out. Huge damage on Arthas here. He will live though.
Oh, that is a very low Deathwing.
Yeah. Very low Anduin as well. And
Deathwing just walks away.
Mephisto's gonna have a heyday here. Honestly, anytime that Deathwing's around, he's just gonna have not gonna have any cooldowns. He's gonna get to have a lot of fun. going into the later levels, especially 16, and if he takes double lightning at 20.
Oh yeah.
He did go Spite at 4, which is interesting. I'm not sure.
Spite is the correct pick.
Think so?
Absolutely. It does two things for Mephisto. One, it fixes his any sort of mana problems that he have. Two, it aside from the cooldown reduction, like that thing gives him so much sustain and healing. Like you can chain together so many globes.
Yeah.
Like,
but I feel like on a lot of like this objective right here, he's getting no value from it. There's no globes to be had right now. I don't like it on maps where when you're fighting an objective, there's not globes easily attainable. Like I don't take the globe talent on Li Ming on Battlefield of Eternity either, because I feel like while you're fighting under Immortals, you're not getting any value from that talent. I'm more of an astral presence guy there.
I feel like it's like there's a difference between the two because Li Ming's thing doesn't give you extra time on your globe.
Yeah.
With Mephisto, you get extra time on the globe. So if you say you get 2 globes from a wave, that thing will still be healing you when you go into the fight.
Yeah, I guess
and you
just
still
have
get
to
that
manage
cooldown
it.
reduction. That's a dead brainer. Wow, that is just everybody collapsed on him. That means bottom lane.
Yeah, that's what Tiny Dancers needs to just stay away right now until they hit 10. This is a good call going for a full fort here. Just waiting to hit 10 before they go and fight anything. Mephisto, awkward position, but dodges the root, stays safe. They will lose 2 forts in a camp though, but they're not too worried. They just needed to hit 10.
They're gonna lose 3 forts.
You're right, they are gonna lose 3 forts. Well, it's unfortunate, but they're 10 now. They can look to try and win some fights. They got Curse Bullet online, and Tomb is out here.
Now, I'm waiting to see what Mephisto picks, because I'm interested if he's going to go with Durance of Hate. And he is. He's going with Durance of Hate. I think it's the correct call into Holy Word Salvation.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, Salvation it cancels out Consume Souls, and it gets them all grouped up to get hit by your Durance.
Yeah, and I mean once 20 Endurance silences, then Holy Word Salvation becomes useless.
No, it doesn't, because the silence is only after the Durance.
After the Salvation drops, or after the Durance resolves. Yeah. The timing thing at that point.
Yeah, somebody actually pointed out to me, because I made the mistake. I thought that it lasted the whole time, but yeah, it doesn't last during the route at all.
No, here we go, big fight in the top lane. Mal'Ganis going in, getting lots of sleeps here.
Big fear from Deathwing.
Yeah, Raynor got caught in the Durance, but Greymane's the one who falls for it, and so does Arthas. Li Ming's online with resets once again. Chase down this Leoric with no more escape. Now they're just going to look to siege probably this whole... Not going to look for take wall here. Looks like this is a chance for boss though, eventually, if they want to take it.
The cooldowns are way too early, or the death timers are way too early for boss, I feel. But they're going for it.
Yeah, they're going to attempt it. Could be a risky call, but they do have a Deathwing here. His fear is up in... That's not his fear. It doesn't show a fear timer.
It's up in 8 seconds.
Are you sure? Oh, is that fear? Yeah, that is fear. That's not his Cataclysm.
Yeah, Cataclysm hits kind of puny without the level 10 upgrade.
Yeah. Mostly a repositioning tool at that point. But if Demonic Entity takes boss, they're looking to stay in control of this game for the time being. They got both shrines activated. Tiny Dancers looking to focus on boss and collect 13 again before they try another fight.
And between the boss and the 2 temples, this is going to put them pretty heavily on the back foot, to the point where all Demonic Entity has to do is wait out the game, and eventually they'll be able to just keep taking temples.
Yeah. How do you feel about Deathwing took the Wicked Inferno Q upgrade, but didn't take the other one? You
I think that's fine with because he took Dragon's Ire. It's fine.
yeah.
Uh,
I guess he's just gonna be looking to stay below 4 plates because of Greymane a lot, so
yeah.
as long as Greymane keeps landing those bullets. And they almost found Deathwing there too.
Yeah.
Able to escape.
Really, they were okay. I don't think he takes. You definitely should have taken the damage reduction on the orc here, because 50% less damage from
Deathwing
Deathwing
again.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's hard. He's stuck in his ways with that Mithril Mace build though.
Mm.
It's the one trick mentality. Megamuffin says this is just Deathwing running the enemy team down. Agree.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
This is why I'm even more surprised we didn't see him game 1 banned or picked. Against gonna look to steal objective or steal siege camp here. Thought they were gonna look to collapse there, but they have 16s now. They already have 1 keep down. Probably look to push in another.
Yeah, and what Deathwing has gone here is just basically a modified breath build by taking Dragon's Ire instead.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, I think I've always thought about taking Dragon's Ire as well over it. I feel like it's relatively the same value. Just you get a lot more. You get damage on all of your abilities versus just Q. And sometimes it's hard to stay managed over 75 if you're wanting to reposition yourself or use any of your other abilities.
The main reason why I don't take it is because I like being in, knowing what my damage is going to be and being in control, and that basically encourages you to stay below 4 plates. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, it feels like as soon as you drop below 4 plates, you suddenly become in a dangerous territory. It's a weird thing. It looks like Tiny Desk is going to come and take this fight down 16s with Deathwing gone. Entomb found
down 16.
on. He misses the speech though on the Anduin in the tomb. Mal'Ganis is just
Big turrets, but no follow-up there.
Yeah. That's the name of the game with Tiny Dancer's ultimates here is, you know, they had an Entomb on an Anduin by himself, no follow-up, big Durance, no follow-up, Deathwing coming in, playing out a zoning Cataclysm.
And Katas are on the core already.
Yeah, that's 2 Katas there.
All keeps are down here, and still not 16, which is kind of the key level for Tiny Dancers.
Yeah, I mean, that's when Mephisto's going to get % health on his W, which he really needs for this Deathwing.
It's Mithril Base, it's more damage from Greymane. Everybody just comes along there.
Yeah, I would have Greymane. I would have liked to see not go cocktail build this game too, especially into a Deathwing. I mean, if he had, you know, you're gonna want to be in full form, just trying to pound him away, especially after 16 with Alpha Hunter.
And you didn't go Alpha Hunter. You went Executioner this time.
Interesting. We did get % health on, which is huge. I mean, that's 10% health once he hits his 30% bonus, and will you see that Mal'Ganis just drop? This is Tiny Dancer. This Mephisto is about to put in a lot of work here now after 16. So this can, Tiny Dancer has a chance to turn it around now. Honestly, they keep playing some fights.
They have to be careful though, because they need somebody to respond to top pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, Demonic Entity could look to just run at their base right now with a Raynor and a Li Ming. Chunk it down to, I mean, it's only at 16%
especially
with
with
shield.
Especially since Raynor has, Well, no, he doesn't. I thought he had the
Hyperion.
battle cruiser. But
Yeah, no. Greymane's gonna respond in time though. That boss should at least get a fort. Probably won't get much else. May not even get fort. They are melting this thing right now. Raynor.
yeah, I don't think he gets anything out of that.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Tiny Dancer's needs to look for another fight here before 20. For this temple right here. But they have to be careful that the Demonic Entity doesn't decide to just run at their base instead.
I mean, they're kind of bleeding out right now because they need to fight before 20, but they also need to defend all 3 lanes against Katas. And their core is already at 69%, and they have to fight on this point.
Yeah, so here it is though. Here's the fight they're looking for. Huge
out
lightning
comes the first bullet.
Big Durance.
Oh, and they
lots of
get
lightning coming out here.
That was the Durance damage over time effect that landed on the Deathwing that got them the kill.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that's what Tiny Dancers needed. This Mephisto is about to be putting in a whole lot of work,
and
it's only gonna get more.
Yeah, they have to deal with the lanes that are pushed in and about to be on their core. Oh, whiffed that. That's very hard to land raw Durances.
Yeah.
I will note that Mephisto went Hysteria at level 13, which means that his trait now lowers the cooldown of his ultimate. His ultimate already has a pretty short cooldown.
Yeah, Durance is only 50, and he's got a lot of big targets to hit Deathwing, so he's gonna see. We can potentially see, 2 ultimates every single fight almost.
Yeah, it's also another reason to take Spite, because if you are planning to go Hysteria, then all those globes mean that you're lowering the cooldown on your ult.
Yeah. Like, Tiny Dance is gonna get 20 here. They have a lot of XP just sitting in front of their base. And I don't think they look to fight here until they hit 20.
Oh, absolutely.
They're taking some aggressive positioning when bottom wave is at their base. Really hoping they weren't gonna try and go fight over that camp.
But see, what they need to do right now is pick a fight. Just run at the enemy team and pick a fight. Because the next objective is in top and bottom. They can't defend both of these at the same time.
Yeah, they don't really have anybody that can win a 1v1 like that. Possibly Greymane against like Deathwing or Raynor or somebody, whoever decides to split off. Yeah, Tiny Dancers needs to fight right now. See them top lane. They should just start running. Just run at them. This is
all Demonic Entity within has to do is commit everybody to one and have Deathwing kind of hang back. And as soon as they see 5 people show up, they send one person down.
I don't like Gilnean Roulette here. I don't think you want less damage on the Deathwing. But there it is. First bullet on Deathwing. Lots of lightning coming out. No Durance yet. But he does have the Durance upgrade for the silence. He gets interrupted by the sleep though. At least it's only a 10-second cooldown versus Consumed Souls getting interrupted.
Oh yeah.
So.
And that is some Katas about to be on the core.
Well,
they're saying Mephisto. Oh,
they sent Mephisto should not be the one by himself in the top lane. This one power will. Does this do full core damage?
Yeah, that does full core damage.
Leoric just runs into dies here. Arthas also just walks into dies here.
And that's game.
Yeah, that's 100%. Tiny Dances had their shot. They just got split up. They forgot what they wanted to do there at the end after they didn't get too much commitment out of their first forced fight in the middle.
Yep.
That'll be the series for Demonic Entity Within.
Very nice 2-0 domination.
Yeah, I mean...
Deathwing continues his reign of terror in the skies.
He had a 100% win rate this Does he have a 100% win rate across NGS so far? He might. Sure. Not sure if people have fully discovered how to beat him just yet.
I know that he won in the one game we let him through. That was a mess.
Well played, DeMont against within. Any of them? You? Does not. Oh, he does not have a 100% win rate. That's what Jordo Max is saying. I think a lot of that series came down to Tiny Dancers not matching macro well enough. I think that might have been their flaw throughout the two games. Though they seemed to have it in check game one, they lost a lot of momentum at the end of the game, the last 5 minutes. This game, it felt like they just out macroed a lot.
Yeah, I also feel like a couple modifications to their builds could probably help them out a bit. Cocktail build into this comp is pretty rough. And not taking the damage reduction at 13 and 16. That's just a lot of control that you're seceding as a result.
Yeah, we're gonna move up to lobby 5 so Iza can get in here and get an interview.
Okay.
Jordo knows for a fact because he has beaten a Deathwing. So, welcome, Mr. Pizzo. Congratulations on your guys' 2-0.
Thank you so much.
Your Li Ming was incredible. I mean, showed dominance both games really well.
I was looking to play the Li Ming. I was tanking before, now I'm like, let's do some Li Ming. Felt good.
So you normally tank for your team?
I prefer to play ranged, but I'll tank. I'll do whatever,
Okay. Very flexible. How did you guys feel about did you guys knowingly let Deathwing through and unbanned? Like, did that shock you guys as well for Towers of Doom match?
We looked at what they played, and I didn't see any of them play Deathwing, so I'm like, we can just let this slide.
And you guys didn't want it on Towers of Doom?
Nah, we already had our comp figured out for that one.
Okay. I mean, I respect it. I mean, we were wondering if you guys even knew he was unbanned yet, if either team.
Oh no, we've been counting down the days for that. Jeez.
I agree. Well, I'm glad you guys busted him out for game 2. I'm surprised they also let it through.
Yeah, it's a pick you hate to see, but you also love to see it, in my opinion.
You have anything you want to ask, Munkets?
No, I mean they drafted the things that people presume that are the Deathwing counters, Greymane and Leoric, and it didn't seem to do them much good. Why do you think that is?
The Deathwing is just Louis Gigi plays a great Deathwing. I'm not sure what he was doing, to be honest, but he tells us constantly, he's like, I'm not afraid of counters, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, I don't think he has any counters either. What do you think were the keys to y'all's victory?
I think everybody was just on the same page. We got crushed last week. We got smashed. It's not fun to get stomped in Nexus Gaming Series, so we wanted to come back strong this week and just not get owned.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you guys did too. I mean, you guys look to be a little bit down and out map wise in game 1 on towers, but then you guys just were waiting for the fights. You weren't You weren't losing too much for losing the few objectives, and then you guys just set the map up for to just wipe down all 6 objectives once you guys got that fat ace.
Yeah, it was looking pretty grim for a while, but just you got to stay calm. You got to remain composed and just try and get those kills.
Yeah, I agree. And now you guys didn't choose either map. You guys didn't choose either map pick, did you?
I think we took towers first.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And I mean, your guys' macro looked really well in Sky Temple. Is that a map you guys are normally comfortable on too?
I was saying ban it, to be honest. It's my least favorite. But I know that whatever their team was, Party Time, right? I know they play a lot of Infernal Shrines, so we didn't want them to get that. Tiny Dancers, my bad.
Well, you got anything else, Monkus? I'm never really good at interviews. I never have any like questions pre-written or anything like that.
No, I think you've got it all covered pretty well.
All right. Well, floor is yours, Pizzo. If you want to shout anybody out, end it here after that.
Awesome. Yeah, I would just like to say a prayer for Do Love. He's a long lost Do brother. Trying to get him back in the Nexus. Besides that, shout outs to the team. Shout outs to Liddell. He's on my friends list. He's a cool guy. So that's it.
All right. Yeah. Everybody's send out for Do Love. Bring him back.
Yeah.
Thank
Shout
you
outs
for
to
coming.
Love. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Monkus, for showing up and casting with me once again.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Guess that'll be about it. Luigi says that Mouth's like the only real problem versus Deathwing, probably just because last rites can really just be real unfortunate and not feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, boys and girls, I guess that'll be it for tonight. I don't have any other matches. There's no other matches scheduled after this.
I think this is the last one for a while, actually.
Yeah, I think all of Christmas is supposed to be like an off week unless people want to schedule flex matches, but there's no like forced match schedule.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you, Monkus, and thank you, Stream. I'm gonna cut it here.